I remember growing up ACE in a time before there was a community, and a time when me and a lot of people felt really isolated. And for a lot of people around the world, that's still true.
In a society like ours that's loaded with sex-compulsory messages, asexual and aromantic spectrum people often spend their formative years learning that there's no place for them. When everyone tells you that you're broken, you're far more likely to crack.
Growing up ace is hard because it's accompanied by these feelings of being broken, or feeling like you're going to be alone forever, or feeling like even if you do meet someone, fall in love, that you're going to have to sacrifice your comfort levels in order to keep them interested in you. And that's why the ACE movement is so important.
It's helping this generation of aces learn more information about their orientation, helping them know that they aren't alone, that there's a community of aces out there, and there are events they can go to, which is something I really wish I had known, because it's just difficult to define or explain or even give a name to what you're feeling when you don't know anything about it.
Our community is still new. I think there's a lot of components of identity that we haven't reached, a lot of communities that we haven't gotten in touch with. And that's why having discussions like the ones that are happening at this conference, discussions about the intersectionality between ACE experience and a wide range of other experiences are so important.
Estimates show that 1% of the population is ACE. That's a substantial minority, with more than 5 million in North America alone, yet the ACE spectrum rarely appears in mainstream culture and media. And when it does, its appearance is portrayed negatively more often than not.
Before David J. really started the ACE movement in 2001, most ACEs lived their entire lives feeling isolated, broken, and alone. And even today, the number of ACEs who even know about asexuality is a small minority. This is clearly an issue on a societal level, but we have a solution.
Through high school resource kits, which will introduce young aces to asexuality earlier on so that they spend less of their formative years in confusion and isolation, through conferences that bring together ace activists and LGBTQ+ service providers so that these organizations and charities have the resources and contacts needed to provide more ACE members and clients, through the same conferences that gather local ACE communities to network and create connections with other communities across North America, and through ACE community grants to provide local groups with the opportunity to further their outreach activities and host events that they otherwise could not finance, we plan to take the next major step in this essential movement.
These are just some of the programs Asexual Outreach plans to implement with the success of this campaign. We are a team of passionate and driven volunteers working to bring ACE awareness to the mainstream in an inclusive and intersectional way. So here is our timeline following the completion of this campaign. On June 20th and 21st, Asexual Outreach will launch its first North American Asexuality Conference in Toronto, a successor to the International Asexuality Conference that its directors played a pivotal role in putting on last June. This year's conference will act as a catalyst to initiate Asexual Outreach's programming, as well as to connect us more deeply with other LGBTQ+ charities and organizations across Canada. This conference will also start the development of our high school resource kits, which will begin distribution at the start of September. At this conference, we will start preliminary discussions with attending educators and guidance counselors who know best what their schools and students need. On this same day, we will be launching an interactive event finder on our website to help ACEs find local community groups, to help connect local communities together, and to help service providers discover ACE workshops to help them serve their ACE clients. We have the skills, we have the connections, and we have the experience. Now all we need is the money. Asexual Outreach will be the defining next step in the ACE movement, and we hope you'll join us in taking that step together.